Today is Constitution Day. It reminds us of one of the darkest moments in India's constitutional history, a moment in 1976 when one amendment changed the shape of our constitution so deeply that critics began calling it the mini constitution. This was the 42nd Amendment. The Lok Sabha passed it on 2nd November 1976. The Rajya Sabha passed it on 11th November 1976. The President approved it on 18th December 1976, and most parts came into force on 1st January 1977. It increased the term of the Lok Sabha and state assemblies from 5 years to 6. The government elected in 1971, which should have ended in 1976, stayed on till 1977 without facing elections. It then added Articles 368(4) and 368(5) to block the courts from reviewing constitutional amendments. Courts could no longer examine if an amendment harmed rights or damaged democracy. This was one of the strongest criticisms raised by scholars and judges later. It expanded Article 31(c), placing government policies above fundamental rights. Rights like free speech, liberty, and equality became weaker. Critics said this pushed citizens to the background. It made the president and governors fully bound by cabinet advice and made president's rule easier to extend from 6 months to 1 year. This expanded central power and reduced checks at the top. The reason critics called it a mini constitution was its size. More than 40 articles were changed, 40 new articles were added, 2 new parts were created. Even the preamble was altered. No other amendment had ever gone this far. The way it was passed drew the strongest criticism. Many opposition leaders were in jail or absent. Parliamentary debate was short. Press censorship blocked public discussion. The amendment went through Parliament with very little scrutiny, and the public had almost no information. At the same time, the amendment changed the preamble itself. The words socialist and secular were added for the first time in 1976. These words were not part of the original Constitution of 1950. They came in only through the 42nd Amendment, even as major shifts in constitutional power were taking place in the background. In 1980, the Supreme Court in the Minerva Mills case struck down the parts that tried to give Parliament unlimited power. The court said the basic structure of the Constitution cannot be changed. This helped restore the balance lost in 1976. Our nation Bharat is great, and its people are its strength. The Constitution begins with the words, "We the people," because the highest power in this country is not parliament or government, but the people of Bharat. The Constitution takes its authority from them and no one else. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.